Okay, here's a little video to show the map for those that don't. Uh, I know the map just shows a top-down view of it, but quite a few people, no one's commenting on it, but people are downloading my map, so I'd like to know what people think. For example, they're in the distance. You don't see these, well, you can't see my mouse pointer, but up in the air you'll see these normal peaks that'll go way up top on most maps. These maps are generated pretty high in the air, and the mountains are high up, even though they don't look like giant peaks, but they are way up there. And I'll go up there in developer mode and show you, but they look realistic. Like as you can see from a distance, you would see mountain peaks that actually plummet up in the air, and the valleys go down. Now it looks like, oh, you could easily climb up these. Well, technically some parts of these mountains you cannot climb up. They're going to act like big, tall, round mountains like on most maps. There's going to be areas you cannot climb up or go up in. You're going to have to terraform to get up, but it's a lot easier for people with lower skills to get up on them and actually build up there instead of having to come down to, most people take all the waterways out, and then people who don't have no skill that come in, they go to the top of a mountain, and basically they can't terraform. It just starts getting too high. And basically, as you can see, as we walk around my little town here, we see all these mountains out. Well, we see all these mountains going around. Now I'm on the far east coast of my map, or west. I think I'm on the east coast, but as you can see, I'm going to start flying now, and we're going to head up to this mountain. Now this map is massive, and I'm flying around 58 knots right now, so that's pretty fast to get up here. But as we can see, as we start heading to this mountain, it's very massive. There are areas you can't walk on, but from a distance they look more natural and realistic as we look out, as the trees vanish, so we can actually see the terrain. You can see how the mountains go up, but let's just go down in here and give an example. As you can see, these mountains do come up, and it's possible with a horse that you can bring horse and buggies up this way. I've done it many a times. A person with low skill, there are flat sections as you get up in here in areas. The way the dirt, when I drop the dirt down on the map itself, it's just the way I done it. I didn't drop normal. You're going to see people drop 40 scoops. If I remember correctly, it was either 100 or 120 scoops drop per tile corner when this map was created. As you can see, we're on rock. We got some horses and all up here, but as we get up on these mountains, I'm going up on the steepest end, by the way, but as you can see, there's areas that a low level could actually, like right in here, for example, someone low level, if they could even get to this point right here, they could actually start building on the side right here, and they would have the skill to be digging right here in this vicinity area right here. They could start digging in little areas like this and get their skill up a little bit, get where they can actually start pulling dirt around and really, terraforming. As you can see, we can come up in here a little bit. It's not hard, the way the dirt was dropped on the terrain. We're up here. We got some more flattened area right up here on the mountain that you technically can't see from down there. Goes around a bit. Up here we got even some terrain around in here. As we go up through on this mountain, we got terrain all around in here. Would be easy for a low person to get some skill on. Now we're probably up on the peak of this mountain right now, and there's quite a bit of flat land around it. We got some land down in there. Now, this is just one mountain, and there's many. This map is the size of Independence. But as you can see, there's plenty of land in areas that people could get up and travel up. I mean, when you look at this, let me just go out of dev mode so I can walk it. So we can see, like, we got 32 and 30 and 27 and 30. A horse could actually go up the side of this mountain. I know technically we can't without climbing, but a horse could get up here real easy, and we can climb on some of this. But these 30 slopes, real easy for a horse to get up it. If you got a horse, a cart, and a horse. We got some more land up here on the mountain where it starts shooting down on either side, and looks like down here we can come down a little bit, and we got some more land that can be tore down on. And I mean, the lands are massive. Now we're actually on a mountain right now, and it looks like we'd be more like on flat land because this stuff ain't sheeting off, but you can see I can actually climb this. Let me go up further. Higher peak up here. And when we get up on the very top of these things, you can really see where the animals are hiding. Okay. We have like this big massive area up here. And we are actually, look at this, let me go straight up. We are, let's see, I live there, and we came up here to this part of the peak, and this whole top of this mountain is covered in dirt. It's not a solid rock surface. The only place you're going to actually see rock surfaces is on the side of mountains. You will not see it on the top of any mountain. There's too much dirt dropped for this to not happen like that, where you would have like this big open area of rock and you'd have to truck dirt up. I mean, there's tons of dirt on top of this mountain, and you're going to have to dig down to get to rock. But on the side of the mountains, you'll find rock surfaces along the side, which is more natural. And as we're sitting here looking up here, yeah, I'm on like the west coast over here of this map. As we see these mountains go up all across the valley, and there's big lakes. Now these lakes out here can easily be, someone could easily just come in and put, for example, you can make canal tunnels going from lake to lake, and eventually connect all these lakes. You know, if you got a lot of people on your map that want to play on your map, you all could eventually connect them all with canals. But they're massive lakes in this map, and let me pull the map up. As you can see, we were over in here. We're right here now near this lake, and these right here. But you could basically canal some of this down and tunnel some of this into these lakes. You can tunnel these in here, have a tunnel going out to here, come in through here. I think this right here can be canaled down and tunneled out here. Might even be able to canal this. I'm not sure how low or how high this is right here. For example, when we come in here, we're gonna drop a canal over here so boats can come in this way and just circle around and go back out, because there's landmass right here connecting. And if I go down, go over, as you can see, we're actually going to take this out right here. We're going to dig all this up and pull it out where boats can just come on through. And if we want, we could canal through here and get into this chamber. We could have a canal going through this mountain into this chamber, and then one going over through here, and then these connecting like this and going through here just to get out to the middle of the ocean. Yeah, the map's pretty big. I mean, we're right here right now staring off over, as you can see, there's the one lake, there's that lake, and we're just staring off into this map right here. And we're staring off in this direction at these mountains right here. And we have yet to go over on this side of the map. This is a huge map. It's 4096 by 4096. Uh, and if anybody hasn't seen the live map mod, it's very, very, very sweet done. Uh, Very good job of the guys who had worked on this, Ago, and can't remember the other guy off the top of my head who worked on this mod right here, but it's a very good mod. If you don't have it and you like to have like a mini map, it's something I would suggest that you do and get. But this map is like massive, and I'd like to hear what people think about it. You know, the mountains being more realistic, like instead of having big, I call them big titties. I hate to say that, but it looks like big titties up in the sky. I mean, when I look on the Indie map, I always thought it was weird to see these big titties high in the sky, and I didn't see mountains. It's like I was looking at big titties. I can't help it. That's what it reminds me of. Big titties, big looping titties up in the sky. But if y'all like this, let me know. I'd actually like to have some feedback if people like this type of map. I might try to make several more. It took a while to get this map to come out right where it would actually come in. And if people like it enough, I'll work on building another one or two and put some more randomness to it. But yeah, we're in the tundra area right now. But as you can see, when we walk through here, we see these big leaping mountains that look natural. They don't look big titty-like. They just look natural. And this, I think this right here just makes Worm Online stand out even more. I'm going to look at the code myself and mod it in on my own server where I'm going to make it where basically the top of these mountains will be snow. I'm actually going to have them snow. They're not ever going to be green. They're going to, the tip of these mountains, if they get above a certain range, will always be white snow. They'll always be snow. And I'm going to look into modding that on my own server. Well, this is my server actually. I'm going to mod it in so I can have snow mountains. You know, when you get up to that certain peak, there's always going to be snow because it's too cold up there. And but I'd really like to know what people think about my map. People are downloading it, apparently using it, but no one's commenting on the map. So, I would like a couple comments if y'all wouldn't mind who have downloaded it. Come by and put a comment up. Those who try it out, put a comment up. Let me know what you think about roaming around the map. I did say, like, this map is huge, and one of the fun things I did was trying to figure out a ratio of mobs to make it more fun. And 30,000 plus mobs is a good number to start with on this map. To actually put enough mobs on this map for people to play with. 30,000 plus and about 50% hostile ratio makes it real fun. You could actually go more and have less non-aggressive animals, but I kind of think that the aggressive part with animals, because I do see with the aggressive at 50%, there's like tons of trolls, tons of alligators, spiders, lava spiders. I mean, they'll I have seen poor animals shaking in one little patch of dirt somewhere. There'll be like an area I'll come across, and there's like 30, 40 bison just sitting there, too afraid to go out. And if you circle around in the woods around them, and there's like aggressive mobs everywhere ready to attack them. And poor little things just like shivering in this one little corner of the map. It's quite funny to see that happen when you come across it. But that's one thing I've noticed. Some of the maps, some of the mobs will actually just be like too scared to go out and venture around. But as you can see up here on the map, there's areas. We're up on a mountain. Areas people can build in, and they're not hard to get to. I've actually traveled on these with a horse and cart on a lot of these, going up on top of these mountains. And like here you wouldn't be able to do it. It starts getting too steep, but there are areas that, like I said, that you can, as a noob, excuse me, you can get up here and be able to have a nice place. Not, not worried about not finding land because you don't have the skill to dig up here yet, and you're trying to find land lower down. You could actually really travel out and find landmass. And this is one of the things I think hurt Worm the most was newbers coming in would have to really stick to the flatter areas near the bottom of elevation. They couldn't come up towards mountains and work with mountains. But with a map like this, of course you can't come up this side, but there's other sides of this mountain coming up in angles that you could get up here all the way to the top of this thing and actually make places out up here and build roads going back. As you can see, we're up here on the mountain, plenty of area to build in, and we're actually up here on top of this thing, and we're still going up apparently. But that's just the way the mountain generation. I played with it quite a lot to get this type of map to come out. But if y'all leave comments on it who have played on it, or those who plan on downloading and playing on it, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.